Hello friends, and welcome back to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. If you are new here, welcome. So happy to have you. If you're not new here, thank you for coming back. So what we are going to do is go over our updates. There's not a lot to tell. What did I do this week? Well, number one, I need to be putting that up and out of the way. I have my little notebook here with my notes because we do have some things to be going over. So what did we complete? Well, I did complete the Full Hearts table runner. And guys, my hands are so dry. I can't even open it. Here we go. This is a lot larger than I anticipated. I know what a measurement is, but my goodness, it doesn't really seem as big as it is until you get it up there. Now, the next thing that I'm working on, you may be able to see a little bit of it hanging there above my head, is the Charmed I'm Sure. I have got all four. I had 4 rows left. I got all 4 of those not completely sewn together. I've got 1 row completely sewn and added right here. So I have 3 rows left to work on the Charmed I'm Sure. Y'all, I came in this evening. My husband and I went and grabbed a bite to eat. With me working the hours I have recently, and pretty much everything that was in our fridge, we just discarded. If you missed that part, we were without power from I think Friday or Saturday until Wednesday night. So everything in my fridge I pretty much threw away. I did lose some things in my freezer, but the things that were in the upright freezer seemed to do pretty good, except for what was in the door. And the things in my refrigerator freezer, the things that were in the bottom were fine. They stayed froze. But the things on the top, I've discarded. I had a whole box of, y'all, and I've said this almost every video. I think it really upset me most that I had a whole box of patty sausages, but that I probably needed to discard, but they were all still cold and still good. They probably did not thaw until like day 3 or 4. So technically they were in the fridge. I went on and cooked them up. They smelled fine. The dog ate one. So, but I know they'll eat dead things, but I went on and cooked them up so I didn't have to discard them. I think I was most worried about having to throw those out. I did have them in my fridge ready to go out with the other food, but I didn't throw that out. I did not throw it out. I went on and cooked it and froze it. So we have that Full Hearts table runner, and I worked on the Charmed I'm Sure. Those are the only things that I have sewn on technically today or at all this week. This week I did work 12-hour shifts, but luckily come Wednesday, I think, Tuesday or Wednesday, we went from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. instead of what I was working was the midnight to noon. So I got off at noon, I guess, on Wednesday, and then I didn't go in until 6 a.m. No, on Tuesday, and then I didn't go back until 6 a.m. on Wednesday. So even though it's daylight hours, it's 12 hours, and that is very tasking on me. But I'm thinking the day you watch this is Monday. I'm thinking we're going back to our 10 hours today, but we're still going to be working through the weekend. I think we're going to have 6-day weeks off on Sunday. It may not be necessary for me to be there on Friday and Saturday. This Friday I won't be there anyway because I don't know if I'd call it a friend of the family or a family member. My uncles, so my aunt's husband, they were married before I was born. I think. I'm pretty certain. His brother passed away, and I will be attending his celebration of life on Friday. And their daughter and I'm good friends with the daughter. So I'm going to be there, and so I won't be working Friday. And I've already let my boss know, because I asked if we were working Friday and Saturday, and he said yes. So, but I let him know I can't work Friday because I have a funeral. But so that's what my week is going to look like as far as work goes. I'll be working 10-hour days, but I may have to work all week and Saturday. So I won't work Friday or Sunday. Okay. So what do I have coming up this week, guys? First, I want to say those of you that reached out and went to Common Threads website, guys, I'll have it down in the description for you to check them out. They have subscription, I don't know if I should call it boxes. They just have subscriptions. They have a sewing, a quilting, they have a smocking subscription as well. Now, I only get the sewing and quilting. I may try smocking, but as of right now, I have not tried it. But I'm not going to say I won't do it in the future. But I did get an email from the shop owner, Miss Debbie, and she had told me that so many people had subscribed. And I want to thank you all. Thank you, thank you, thank you. She is a small quilt shop. Very local to me, not even 15 minutes down the road from me. And it's just nice to see people supporting quilt shops. But she does offer it's $20 plus shipping. I think total, I get 2, so I pay for my shipping all at one time. I think I paid a total of like $45 to $47 for the 2 subscriptions. And she did ship them all in the same envelope. So that's fine. It's like a padded envelope, just a big envelope. But I have that coming in sometime this week. Now, this is according to, I know when she ships. So I should be getting that either today, Monday, or Tuesday. I have an order with Fat Quarter Shop that will be coming in probably Tuesday. It's not a large order. But I did catch some sales with Fat Quarter Shop. I really haven't been watching sales or anything, but I just happened to see this one, and I'm like, I need to do that one. And then, let's see. We will be doing the February Quilted Cow Block of the Month. I'm going to be doing those on Thursdays instead of Tuesdays, because I believe Quilted Cow has their live on Tuesday night. So I don't want to jump into that. I missed all of last month with Tammy and Alicia doing the Yuletide Sampler 2. I missed that block. I have not cut the block. I will be cutting that, and I will be working on that so I can catch up before we come together, not this Friday, but next Friday, because the second and the fourth Friday of every month, we go live over on Tammy's channel at the Siberian Wind. And we are working on the Yuletide Sampler Block of the Month. And I can't even tell you which number month it is. But I don't even think I've hung mine up. But I'm sure I didn't. But guys, we have a lot of fun. Last month, let's see. The first time we should have met, which was the second Friday, I was sick. And the second time we would have met, which was the fourth Friday, I was working midnight to noon shifts, and I was sleeping. So, trying to get ready to go in due to the snow and ice that we had. Well, ice. Sleet and ice. We didn't really have a lot. If we had snow, we didn't know we had snow. So, I will be working on that at some point this week. And the flowering block. I will be working the flowering block. That will possibly be Sunday. And I know I promised you guys a sew along. Well, guys, I found a pattern. And I have found the fabric that I'm going to use. This is called the Sunbeam Quilt. And I know Fat Quarters by the Dozen. If you've got this book, it's page 68. I think this will be a beautiful quilt for us to do. You know, you can do them in all different colors. Let me tell you what it's going to require. Y'all see my little thing here? It's marking it, saying I'm going to be doing it. You're going to have 12 fat quarters, 3 yards for background, sashing, and border. Then 1 1/8 yard accent fabric, 3/4 yard binding, and 4 2/3 yards for backing. Now, this quilt is a 56.5 by 74. And I can tell you the fabric they use in this. Pennyberry Farm by Kim Deal. That is the fabrics they use in this. And I love those fabrics. Those are beautiful, beautiful fabrics used in this. Now, I will tell you what I'm going to use. I'm actually going to show you this as the fat quarters. I think Amy sent this to me. Amy, let me know if this came in the box you sent me. This is a reproduction fat quarter club. So, I'm guessing Amy got it. And she wasn't using it and sent it to me. I'm going to use it. I'm thinking I'm going to use it. She sent me 2 of them, actually, I think. And I'm probably going to use the darker colors in this. But look at this. Are these not beautiful? These are Dinah's Delight by Betsy Kutchian for Moda Fabrics. This is a reproduction fat quarter. This was February 2024. These are beautiful. I love these colors like this. I'm not a big fan of brown, but when you put brown with that beautiful pink color, I love it. So these are what I will be using for that. I will have to get me some background and sashing, because I kind of want to do a background like they do in this. And I don't know if you can tell, but it's kind of like a polka dot background. And I think that's pretty, except I think I would like to find a background maybe with small flowers on it. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see what I can come up with. And then the accent fabric is this fabric that's right here in the middle, right there. So we are going to have to try to find something that will coordinate with these. So Miss Sheila, Miss Ava, either one of y'all listening, I'll be seeing y'all pretty soon, because I'm going to have to get the fabrics for this. But I'm very excited to be doing this. I did check. I see snowballing units. I do not see any flying geese. Y'all know I'm not a flying geese person, but it looks like it's pretty easy. We are snowballing the edges of a square. So just so you know, that's some of the things we will be doing. I will have down in the description this book linked for you if you are interested in getting this book. I know my local quilt shop, Stitched in Faith, that's where I got my book from. I think they may have a few more left of this book. But if you can't find the book, by all means, feel free. You can sew along with something else. You don't have to do what I'm doing. But it would be fun to do it. And if nothing, also, I could probably try to find something or a block that is close to this block And you could do that, but I'll have to look and see if I can find something. Because it looks like it's just like a quilter's star. I'll have to look though, friends. I'll have to look. But this is the book that I will be sewing out of. It's called Fat Quarters by the Dozen. This is an It's So Emma book. It is a new book. I am going to be using a Fat Quarter Club, the Reproduction Fat Quarter Club. I'm going to be using 12 fat quarters out of that. So that is going to be our sew-along, Saturday sew-along that begins the first Saturday of March. We're going to use February to be tying up ends. I will be finishing this charmed. I'm sure it's taken absolutely too long to do. And I know you can't see it because it's hanging up here. I still have 3 rows to add to it. I was going to give you a sampler Sunday project, but I am going to be doing the flowering on Sunday. I'm thinking that's when that is going to be, is on Sunday. And then I'll be picking a box once I'm done with that. And I will always notify you in the updates when that will be. So, let's see. The other thing that I needed to address is my Destash. I will be doing a Destash. It is kind of on the back burner at the moment. I don't want it to be like 3 or 4 months from now, but I do hope to get one. And when I do Destashes, they are on Sundays at 3 p.m. Central Time. I do them as a premiere where I can be in the comments with you guys. So what that means is I will pre-record and then I will release the video for Sunday at 3 p.m. as a premiere. I will be in the chat with you guys. So if you want to claim something, you can. In my last Destash, I did have something claimed, and I never got the person's name or email. I never got anything. Nobody told me anything. I never got an email. So I am going to go in and let y'all know when I do a Destash and you claim something, you say sold and the number, and I need to have your name, and you need to email me immediately or right after the premiere, letting me know your information. If you have purchased from me before, I still need to know your name. And I need an email from you. I'm not going to assume you still want the item, because if you don't email me, it's still up for grabs. So please remember that when I do a Destash, you need to give me your information and email me your information. Don't put it out there in the chat. Email your information to me. And because what that does, when I get that email, I will then send over or email you a invoice for your items. So that way we can keep everything running smooth. So friends, I think that's about it. I will let y'all know a week in advance of a Destash, unless I just do an impromptu, throw one together and get it out there. But I will try to let you know in my updates on a Monday when my next Destash is going to be. And the premiere link will be popping up out there pretty soon after that. As of right now, I don't know when I'll be able to do a Destash, because if I'm working on Fridays and Saturdays, that's like really the only time I can get a Destash together. So friends, that is it. That's all the updates and the upcoming. I'm looking at my note here, just making sure. We're going to do common threads. We're going to do fat quarter shop. We're going to do Quilty Cow, block of the month. We're going to do the Yuletide sampler, the block that I missed last month. And we're going to do the flowering block. Those may be hefty goals for this week because, as I said, I am still on storm detail. Even though it's only 10-hour days, which is what I normally am on, I'm still having to get ready for other things as well. And that has me thinking I need to go throw laundry in the wash and prepare my meals for the week. So, friends, thank you for joining me. Give me a thumbs up before you head out. If you have not yet subscribed, please do. As of the list of upcoming things, you can tell I have a lot going on, and that's just this next week. Feel free to leave a comment and tell me what you think. I do try to respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, I hope you have a very blessed day. Bye, friends.